This mission isn't challenging, but rather frustrating. The car used in this mission has been replaced by a Kuruma instead of an Emperor. By the way, Kuruma isn't available in San Andreas. It's added via this mod. As you can see, a drunken camera effect has been added, and time occasionally speeds up and slows down.
Polar bears? Polar bears?
Additionally, the car seems to accelerate on its own at times.
Funny guys, man. Great sense.
For example, here, I wasn't pressing the gas, but the car sped up, forcing me to go this way. The destinations remain the same as in the original mission. My only advice is not to stare too much at the screen. Since there's no time limit, you can take your time. Alternatively, try driving by following the minimap. This way, the camera shake effect won't bother you as much.
Real serious. So, you know, like... I'm opening the garage doors by the waist ground. One mods, low riders, all that shit. Yeah? There's shit in the woods. No? Look at that. If I remember it right. So far gone. Do you know what a subdermal neurophone is?
First, find a vehicle and head to the location. The differences in this mission compared to the original are the reduced time limit and the fact that it rains during the mission. These might not be the only changes. The car's handling seems altered to me, but it could just be a perception. Upon reaching the location, follow the ZR350 to the parking garage.
There goes another two.
Once the car stops, get out of your vehicle, run over the driver, and take his clothes.
You don't look like you need this no more.
Then, get back into your car and exit the parking garage, heading to the waiting area. You don't need to take your car to the waiting area, but you'll have to wait there for around 1.5 minutes. During this time, you can listen to the radio.
Ah, you must be the new
When the
boy.
target car arrives, the other valets will point it out to you. Take the target car and drive it to the garage.
Hey, that's the DA. He's a good tipper.
The vehicle feels slower and more slippery compared to the original game. In the rain, the car slides a lot, making turning almost impossible without using the handbrake. After delivering the car to the garage, you must return it to the parking lot without any damage and park it. I had to retry this mission multiple times. You'll see the braking distance during the final parking segment. I'm simultaneously pressing space and S. Despite this, I crashed into the wall at least 3 times because the car unexpectedly slides, even in the covered parking lot.
I seen something highly suspicious you should come check out.
First, hop into the bulldozer and start demolishing the portable toilets. Watch out for the explosive barrels near the portables. A major difference in this mission is that the mobile toilet you need to bury is located inside the adjacent building. This building doesn't exist in the original game. Once you've destroyed all the portables, exit the bulldozer and eliminate the surrounding enemies. Alternatively, you can eliminate the enemies first and then focus on the bulldozer task. Personally, I prefer completing the bulldozer tasks first.
Yeah, I'm a maniac.
If you grab the wrench near this building, you can use it as a melee weapon and also repair vehicles. This weapon has been added in this mod and can be found in various locations around the map.
Hey, if you don't need it no more. Oh, what was you saying?
After eliminating the enemies, get into one of the nearby forklifts and enter the building. Use the forklift to push aside the explosive barrels blocking your path. Once the path is clear, go to the mobile toilet. Use the num8 and num2 keys to lift it with the forklift. Take it outside to the pit and push it into the pit.
Oh God, no! Oh God, I'm gonna run! Oh, my shoe! It's ruined! Oh God, it's dead! Please, somebody help! I'm gonna throw.
Shit! We gotta find out who's supplying those cats.
This mission doesn't require much strategy. First, go to the location where Caesar is waiting for you. The only difference in this mission compared to the original is Caesar's location. Everything else remains the same.
Thanks, dude. Thanks a lot.
Once you meet Caesar, get into his car and drive to Angel Pine.
Hop in, Holmes.
Where we going?
They were headed over Angel Pine Way. Follow the road and maybe we can pick them up. Hey, warn me next time!
After reaching the location, just like the original mission, take the photographs and complete the mission.
There it is, Holmes.
Ryder, you shermhead!
This business is bigger than any gang, ese.
Ryder, little bitch! This guy take himself real serious.
That's T-Bone Mendez.
What now? Is that it?
Hey, who's the gringo?
I don't like the look of that guy. This more than a few thugs pushing product. It's a serious organization.
How many of these clowns are there?
I know a pimp when I see one. They being clever about this. It ain't no exchange of nothing incriminating.
Before starting, grab the weapon near the car and hold the Y key to rummage through the nearby dumpster. If you find any useful items, pick them up. Next, get in the car and drive to the first location. There's no difference here. You will drop off the girl at the same location as in the original mission. The toughest part of this mission is the final segment. I'll detail it when the time comes.
Uy, what a strong bitch. Ever had half and half with a sucia like me?
Yeah, go on.
I'll do things your Ruska won't.
I'm listening, honest.
I'm no slut, but I need the feria.
Uh-huh, real interesting.
Whatever, puto.
After dropping off the girl, head to the next marked location. This part is also unchanged in terms of location and time limits. When you arrive, you can run over the enemy target with your car to finish him off quickly. After completing the second task, proceed to the next marked location. Here, there's a significant change. The girl you need to rescue is in a different location. Upon reaching her, eliminate the two enemies nearby, and you can pick up the weapon dropped by one of them.
Yeah, what you gonna do now, huh?
I'll bitch slap your ass.
After rescuing the girl, the mission's most challenging segment begins. Return to the spot where you initially dropped off the girl. In the original mission, the escaping enemy is in a limousine, but in this mod, the enemy escapes in a bus. accompanied by a heavily armored SWAT tank instead of the Huntley. My approach was to go ahead of the convoy's route, exit the car, and fire rockets at the approaching bus. This strategy requires at least 5 RPG shots, since vehicles have significantly more health than in the original game. You get this RPG in a previous mission from Troop. If you've already used the rockets, the mission becomes nearly impossible because weapon spawn locations have been altered. And I haven't found another RPG yet in this mod. It's possible there isn't one at all. I attempted the mission without the RPG, but I couldn't succeed. An alternative strategy I tried was leaving my car on the road and switching to a different vehicle to chase the targets. However, since traffic diminishes after the chase begins, finding a new car becomes increasingly difficult. Ultimately, I couldn't pass the mission without the RPG.
Oh, for sure, you got that, man.
First, pick up the weapon in front of you and head straight to the marked location. The location is the same as in the original game, with no changes. The differences from the original mission include being provided with a weapon and a car at the start. Other differences will become evident later.
Screw you!
Once you reach the location and the cutscene ends, immediately head behind the bridge pillars on the right and get off your bike. At this point, 3 Sultan cars full of enemies will come after you. If you're out in the open or still on the bike, they'll eliminate you quickly. Hide behind the bridge pillars and take out all the enemies. Do not leave your cover under the bridge, or you'll be overwhelmed. These enemies are not in the original mission. They are the primary challenge of this modded mission. After clearing out the enemies, head to the nearby Pay and Spray to lose the cops. Then replenish your health by grabbing food from one of the stalls near your garage. Once your health is restored, you can proceed with the rest of the mission. From this point onward, there are no changes from the original mission. Approach 4 different bikers and press Control to collect their packages, then return the packages to where the mission began. After grabbing a package, the biker you took it from will chase you. Ignore them. If you crash or fall off, you can eliminate them, but otherwise, there's no need to engage them.
Gotta make this quick. Mike doesn't got much time on his battery left. He says he can hear seagulls.
Jump on the bike immediately
Mike can hear
and head
calls.
straight to the airport.
Seagulls?
Do not follow the
Shit, that
marked
could be
location
anywhere in
on
this
the
town.
map.
He can hear heavy machinery.
Differences from the original mission include having significantly less time and the airport entrance being blocked. You'll need to jump over the obstacles using your bike. Spam the up arrow key to make the bike go faster.
Hey, just hang in there, Mike. Help is on the way. Mike's cell phone battery's running low. He says he can hear a truck reversing. He says it's busy like a freight depot or something.
Freight? Oh, they must be down at the dock.
Get to the docks in Easter Basin. Okay, the tag should work now, Holmes.
Tag? What the hell is a tag?
After that last bit of trouble, Mike hid the transponder in the white. We was gonna follow it to the gang, but something must have fucked up. And now we gotta use it to find the van.
Once you
and
arrive at the
rescue
airport entrance, park the bike next to the truck you see nearby. Exit the bike, drive the truck to the obstacle, and position it as a ramp.
Mike's cell phone is nearly dead.
Then, get back on the bike and use the truck as a ramp to jump over the blockade. If you successfully jump inside, enter the airport through the right side. Look to the right side upon entry. The first possible location for the enemies will be visible there. If they're not on the right side, immediately turn left and head behind the nearby warehouses. The second possible location for the enemies is here.
Shit, there they are.
If they're not there, move to the end of the nearby runway for the third possible location. When you spot the enemies, they'll be on the move. Follow them until they stop and disembark from their vehicles, then eliminate all of them. Once all enemies are taken care of, get into the nearby Sultan taxi and leave the airport. Note that the original mission provided a limousine at this point instead. After leaving the airport, drive towards Pay and Spray. In the original mission, there was a 3-star wanted level. In this modded version, it's a 4-star wanted level. Another difference is the obstacles at the Pay and Spray entrance, including a truck blocking the way, explosive barrels, and one additional enemy. When you arrive, get out of the car, eliminate the enemy, and then get back into your car. Push the truck out of the way to clear the entrance. Alternatively, you can try driving the truck directly. After exiting Pay and Spray, return to the starting location to complete the mission. This vehicle can be used for taxi missions. If you want to keep it for later, consider parking it in your garage after finishing the mission.
Just got into town, huh? Where were you before that?
Hey, what is this?
Man, just answer the fucking question.
Look, man, chill. I've been to Los Santos with my family, all right?
Give me his wallet.
What? Hey, get off!
Quit struggling and concentrate on the road. Here you go, Mike.
Carl Johnson, huh? All right, I've seen enough here.
Hey, it was a dub in there. Better still be there when I check it.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, Carl.
Before starting the mission, you might want to store the ZR350 behind the building in your garage.
Well, my business
After starting the mission,
they need a little
head to the first location.
and I thought of you, friend.
Differences from the original mission. In the original game, you are given an RPG and sniper rifle, whereas in this mod, you receive grenades and a sniper rifle. Additionally, enemies use more powerful weapons. There is also a major change, which you'll see soon.
That's gonna leave a mark!
You're trying to kill me!
No, Canada.
Whatever, man.
The biggest change in this mission, a helicopter and snipers on nearby buildings. If spotted, 2 black Huntleys full of enemies will rapidly chase you down. Once the mission begins, proceed to the first roadblock. When you arrive, eliminate the enemies quickly and blow up the cars. Collect sniper rifles from fallen enemies. After clearing the first roadblock, take down the nearby sniper before moving on. Proceed to the second roadblock. Use the ramp behind the nearby building to climb onto the rooftop. First, take out the enemies on the rooftop and grab their weapons. Then, eliminate the sniper on the opposite building. Without leaving the rooftop, eliminate the roadblock enemies and the incoming ambushers. Enemies cannot climb onto the rooftop, so you'll be safe. Once you're done, grab the armor below and proceed to the third roadblock. There is another building here that you can climb onto.
Yeah, got a gun.
After clearing this roadblock, head to the final one. At this point, there's no one left to ambush you, so there's no need to hide.
You want me to shoot you as well?
There's not much strategy for this mission. Watch the mini-map to spot the incoming toy planes. Prioritize the closest one first. Differences from the original mission. The crosshair is different.
Great kid, don't get cocky.
The survival time has been reduced from 3 minutes 5 seconds to 1 minute 20 seconds.
RC Barons at 9
While this seems like an easier change, the planes move faster than in the original. As a result, hitting the planes is more difficult despite the shorter time limit.
Launch the Red Baron.
First, fly your RC plane to the nearest vehicle. Once near the target, land the plane on the ground. Then turn to face the enemy vehicle and fire with the left mouse button. Do not shoot while airborne. If you do, the vehicle will start escaping, making the mission harder. Land, aim properly, and fire. Repeat this tactic for each enemy. Controls: WS, throttle and brake. Arrow keys. Control pitch and roll. QE, rotate without tilting. QE, turn on the ground. Differences from the original mission. Your fuel depletes faster, meaning you have less overall fuel. The plane's controls are more sensitive, making it harder to maneuver.
Haha, only 3 delivery boys left.
Tactic. Do not hold down the throttle, W key, continuously. Glide instead of using fuel unnecessarily. The fuel runs only when accelerating, not over time. On my first attempt, I kept holding throttle and ran out of fuel before the last enemy. On my second attempt, I only used throttle when needed and still had half my fuel left by the final enemy.
know that ozone smell? Smells like victory. Me.
At the start, pick up a metal plate with your RC helicopter and place it over the first gap to form a bridge.
Carl, don't be an idiot. Use the goblin to move that
Next,
barrel.
go back and clear the barrel blocking the path. Now, pick up an explosive and head towards the first enemy tank. Difference from the original mission. The time limit is shorter, but everything else is the same. When over the tank, hover at a low altitude and carefully align before dropping the explosive. Once the first tank is destroyed, move the next barrel off the road. Then, grab another explosive and take out the second tank.
Berkeley's using tanks. Carl, grab a bomb and get rid of any tanks that threaten our progress.
After this, return to the metal plate you placed earlier. Pick it up again and move it to the second gap. Clear the next roadblock, then repeat the explosive dropping process for the final tank.
We'll need a ride. Mine's getting some bodywork done.
Differences from the original mission. Enemies use different weapons. In the second phase, a truck replaces one of the two sentinels.
The Blood Feather Triad have a storehouse around the block. We shall see what excuses they have to offer.
Okay, so what's all this talk of business?
Some small-time Vietnamese gangs have been making trouble lately. This is a place. Come on, it's this way.
No need to wait for Woozy. Just run ahead.
Respect my boy.
The Triad
Eliminate all
must have
enemies
vengeance.
ahead. Another difference. The Sentinel enemy cars have been replaced with Emperor.
Welcome to America.
Keep them busy.
After clearing this area, move the car blocking the path so that Woozy doesn't get stuck.
quick. You drive.
I'll send it.
Once in the vehicle, drive away quickly. Then exit the vehicle. Eliminate the incoming enemies from the car behind you.
Keep driving. I'll take care of these murderous scum.
That looks like the last of them.
Thank you, Carl. You saved me from having to kill them all myself. Okay, let's get back to my place.
Once the enemies are down, escort Woozie home safely. After this mission, you can press Tab H simultaneously to spawn a PCJ 600 for $250 at your current location. First, get into the elegy next to you and drive to the airport. The difference from the original mission is that the enemies chasing you have stronger weapons. Once you arrive at the airport parking lot, get into the target vehicle. After the cutscene, immediately get out of the car and take down the approaching enemy.
Let me show you this.
Get back in the car and exit the parking lot. After leaving the parking lot, you can run over the first enemy you encounter. A bit further ahead, enemies will have blocked the road with a truck. Don't get too close. Get out of the car and take down the two enemies near the truck from a distance. I used a sniper rifle from a previous mission. If you don't have a sniper rifle, you can move a bit closer and shoot them from there, but don't bring the car too close to avoid unnecessary damage. When you reach this area, park your car off the road, get out, and wait for the two motorcycle enemies approaching you to fall into the water. My original plan was to jump into the water myself and lure the motorcyclists in, then swim to the shore a bit further ahead. However, after waiting a little, I realized they fell into the water on their own without me having to jump.
They don't give hand jobs.
Once the motorcyclists are in the water, get back in your car and safely drive it to the target location. The garage where you drop off the car is in the same location as in the original game. When the mission starts, get in the car and drive to the target location. The target location is Angel Pine. There's no change here. The difference from the original mission is that instead of a Rancher, we are using a Ballista Rally. This vehicle was added with this mod, and it's a modified version of the original game's Ballista Compact. It has excellent handling and is also fast. Other than that, I don't think there are any differences. However, the motorcycle enemies chasing us later might have stronger weapons or increased accuracy, because when you get hit, the car's health drops very quickly. Also, the enemies are using dirty Sanchez bikes instead of regular Sanchez bikes. These were also added with the mod and haven't replaced the original Sanchez. I've seen both in the game. I'm not sure what the difference is, but it might be faster.
license you got? Fishing license?
When you finally reach the location, ignore the motorcyclists chasing you and just focus on driving through the checkpoints to complete the route. By the time you pass the first 2 checkpoints, your car will likely lose about half its health. But if you drive fast and avoid crashing, they won't be able to catch up, and you can complete the mission without taking any more damage. First, turn left and grab the sniper rifle hidden at the construction site. After picking up the sniper rifle, get on the Sanchez next to the train station. Once you're on the bike, follow the train heading toward Los Santos. The difference from the original mission is that in this mod, after getting off the train, the target gets into a Sultan taxi instead of a regular taxi, and it moves faster. When you reach Los Santos, there's no need to wait for the train. Just leave the station and wait outside for the target to arrive. Once the target exits the station, they will get into a taxi. Follow them without getting too close. If you spam the up arrow key, the bike goes faster. When the target approaches the meeting point, stop at this spot and get off the bike. Move to this corner and take out both targets with a sniper rifle. Another difference is that there are buildings placed here to block your line of sight, but you can position yourself at this corner to get a clear shot. If you miss with the sniper rifle, you can get closer and shoot them from there. In a previous attempt, I approached them, and the mission didn't fail. When the mission starts, cross the street, get in the car, and drive to the location. I'll explain the differences in this mission later.
Holy shit!
When you arrive, park your car here so it doesn't despawn. I didn't try this myself, but you can shoot Jizzy's car tires before going inside. Then climb onto the roof from the side of the building. There are small obstacles here that weren't in the original game. Take out the 3 guards on the roof. Then enter the building. In the original mission, there were no guards on the rooftop. After the cutscene, equip a fast-firing weapon, take out the guards at the exit, and leave the building. In the original mission, the guards used Uzis instead of shotguns.
Get off!
Once outside, quickly get into the car you parked nearby and start chasing Jizzy. One major difference here is that Jizzy escapes in a Turismo instead of a Broadway. The best tactic I found is to push Jizzy's car against a wall or building using my own car to stop him, then quickly get out and shoot him. In my first attempts, I used a limo because it's easier to block him with, but Jizzy's car must not explode and the limo is too slow. By the time I got back in and caught up, Jizzy had already escaped. That's why a faster car is necessary. I recommend taking out the bodyguard first, because if you don't, he'll shoot at you, causing damage to both you and your car. Since Jizzy doesn't shoot, you can deal with him afterward.
We can talk about this, homie.
Get out the door, but you're not gonna die.
You're wrecking my ride. I don't need no backup. CJ, brother, you won't have to reconsider your position.
If you see a fast car on the road, switch to it. If you don't, your car might explode when there are no other cars around, and by the time you find a new one, Jizzy will have gotten away.
I can fix anything for you in this town. Anything! CJ, you a fool! A fool! Oh, shit!
First, just like in the original game, climb onto the rooftop and use a sniper to take out the enemies on the opposite building. No changes in this part.
Shit, they walked right into it. One of those triad boys is down. Hey, there's still some on the left, CJ.
After clearing all the enemies, get down and take out Mendez. In this mod, Mendez uses a shotgun instead of an AK-47 like in the original.
You gonna die.
Yeah, I'm a maniac with a gun.
Once Mendez is down, drive your boat near Ryder's boat.
You sold us out, Ryder. You fucked us all.
Giddy up, CJ.
Stop driving and try to shoot one of the 3 ballasts on Ryder's boat. When Ryder starts escaping, drive close again and take out all 3 ballasts first. A key difference from the original mission. In the base game, Ryder jumps into the water and swims to his boat, which allowed you to shoot him from the shore. But in this mod, Ryder starts directly on the boat, so you can't snipe him from land. Another change is Ryder's boat model. Yours stays the same. You also get a shooting ally on your boat, whereas Ryder has 3 ballasts with him. After taking down the ballast, you can finally destroy Ryder's boat. I actually tried shooting Ryder himself, but he didn't die until the boat exploded.
Hey, Woozy, what's the business?
My man found that van
First,
you were looking
hop
for
into the
by
car
helipad
across the street
downtown.
and drive to the marker.
Yep, he's there.
A difference in this mod. Instead of an
merchandise
FCR 900 motorcycle, the game gives you an Alpha car.
Something about Toreno don't
You
add
also
up.
get only
Back
5
to
rocket
me,
launcher rounds, while in the original, I remember having at least 10 or 20. Another change, the RPG has no crosshair, making aiming harder. Once you reach the location, you can take out the enemies under the helipad to avoid unnecessary damage.
I'll be honest, I ain't got
Climb the nearby stairs to the helipad. Ignore the 2 enemies up there. Grab the RPG and jump back down. Get into the car and quickly drive towards Pay and Spray. Hop out of the car and take down the incoming helicopter. You need to hit it at least twice to blow it up. After 2 shots, immediately switch to a light weapon and run behind Pay and Spray, or else the explosion might kill you. You need to increase your lung capacity before starting this mission. To do that, jump into any body of water. Hold the left mouse button to dive and press shift to swim underwater. Stay underwater until your blue breath bar runs out, then surface. Don't worry, you won't die instantly if the bar empties. Instead, it drains your health. Once you surface, wait for your breath bar to refill, then repeat the process. Around 25 to 30% lung capacity should be enough for this mission. I actually started with only 10%. But the higher your lung capacity, the longer you can stay underwater. Once you're ready, start the mission. Get into the elegy next to you and drive to the marker. In this mod, enemies use guns instead of knives.
You hit me, Paul.
In the original game, you got the knife later on the ship, not here. A faster but riskier method is to swim to the small nearby island, take out the enemies on the boats, and steal one to reach the ship. But this wastes bullets. A slower but safer way is to just swim all the way to the ship. Swim underwater until you need air, then surface and wait for your breath bar to refill. If you don't move on the surface, you can reach the ship without alerting anyone. Once on board, you can use either a knife or a silenced pistol to take down enemies quietly. After planting the bug, jump into the water and swim back to shore to finish the mission.
He must have got trapped down.
You don't really need to shoot the enemies here. The helicopter is going to crash either way. As if losing all our weapons wasn't bad enough, we also lose our clothes in this mission. Besides that, the enemies have stronger weapons, and you start with very low health. Also, in the sword fight at the end, there are 2 additional enemies compared to the original mission.
I see him!
They're all over the containers.
I got him, man! Right in my sight!
Hit those Nang bastards. RPG!
Where? Which side?
We're hit! We're going down! Brace for impact!
Ah, man, that hurt. Damn. Lost everything but my blade.
Once you board the ship, take out the first enemy and grab his weapon. Take down the first 3 enemies quietly and pick up their guns. You can use them to deal with the rest of the enemies. Another difference from the original mission is that the enemy helicopter flying above me right now wasn't there before. Move forward slowly, carefully eliminating enemies in your path. By the way, while editing this, I just noticed that all my tattoos are gone. I had a bunch of tattoos.
America. You enjoying yourself?
Damn! I'm moving in.
Yeah, it's heat.
Stick this up.
What did you expect? It's America.
Dumb bastard. Bastard shitface.
Oh, look, a gun. Oh!
That's your last day.
Now you better shut up.
Well, game over for you.
Oh! Hey, well,
See how you cool.
Watch it!
Sausage.
oh! Let's see it. Ow! Who was this?
I work for Woozy. He told me to call you.
All right,
First,
what's up?
get
I'm
into the
rigging a
car
with
across the street
explosives
and
to
drive
take
to the
out crack
location.
factory. Drop around the garage downtown.
Cool. I'll be at you in a minute.
The main difference in this version is that enemies have stronger weapons. I'll explain the other changes later. When you arrive, get out of the car and take out the 2 guards at the entrance. In the original game, the door opens after dealing with these guards, but in this mod, it stays shut. Now, get back in the car, park it near the driving school, and climb onto the roof. Jump over the nearby wall to get inside the area. Shoot the control panel here, then go to the other side of the building and shoot another control panel to open the gate. Destroy the explosive barrels around the area to clear enemies, otherwise they could cause trouble when escaping. These barrels weren't in the original mission. After clearing the area, head to the gate and eliminate 3 more enemies, grabbing their weapons. Be careful, don't get too close to the gate. Take out the enemy near the voodoo car. There's another enemy on the other side of the car, and they have a shotgun, so I wouldn't recommend getting too close. To avoid getting shot by the enemy near the voodoo, just get in the car and reverse immediately. Then, speed up and run them over. Go back and grab the car you parked near the driving school. If you need health, you can buy food from the stands near the train station. Now, drive into the now open gate.
Have I missed something here?
Park in the marked spot and press the left mouse button. After the cutscene, ignore the enemies and run straight outside. Only take down the enemy blocking the exit. There's no need to waste time on the others. In the original mission, you had 39 seconds before the bomb exploded. In this mod, you only have 19 seconds. When you exit the building, new enemies will spawn in the courtyard. Carefully take them out one by one as you move toward the main gate.
Yeah, it's a gun.
At the end, 2 enemies will show up in a voodoo car. Take them out and steal their car.
You want to get shut up, huh?
Drive back and use the ramp to jump out of the area. I personally took a risk here by ignoring the enemies behind me and just speeding toward the ramp. If you want, you can clear out the enemies first and then drive up the ramp. Otherwise, your car might explode before you make it out.
Get off!
Start by quickly following the checkpoints on the map to reach the target vehicle. The key difference here is that after taking over the target car, enemy vehicles will start chasing you. When you spot the target car, don't rush in. Wait for the right moment and follow it carefully. When the time is right, use what you learned in driving school. Bump the target car to make the driver get out. Once the driver exits and starts running away, hop into the car and drive it straight to the garage as fast as possible. First, get into the car across the street and drive to the dealership with Caesar. The main difference in this version is that there are 2 police checkpoints along the route, and when you pass them, they pop your tires. Driving with 4 flat tires while being chased by the cops isn't exactly easy.
Where?
San Fierro,
My strategy is not to follow Caesar. If you take my route instead, you can avoid getting your tires popped by the police. But don't stray too far from Caesar, or you'll fail the mission.
Oh yeah, she's really getting her head into this business thing.
That's good. She always been the brains of the family. She should get out the ghetto and make something of herself.
I think she's aiming to make something out of all of us, eh?
Yeah, she the moms of the family now.
Hey, who's this Truth guy, Holmes? I don't think he's wrapped too tight.
He just sees everything from a different perspective, that's all. At first, I thought he was just another acid casualty fruitcake. But some of the things he say, I don't know, man. It ain't all bullshit.
This is the place.
Hey, CJ, is this walkie-talkie working?
Yeah, reading you loud and clear.
Come on, CJ, see if you can keep up with Caesar Field. Beat the tram up the hill. This tram driver must be shitting himself, Holmes. Hello, cop. What took you, eh? Hey, CJ, watch this! Nitro! Follow me down the hill, Holmes.
Okay, Caesar, that's enough fun. Let's get these cars back to the garage.
Okay, CJ. Hey, I know a quick route. Hello, cop. Went back again, idiota. Get out of the fucking road! Holy shit! Fuck, Holmes, did you see that?
Can we think about getting back before I end up in a car wreck barbecue?
Sure thing, Holmes. There's a shortcut this way. Uh-oh. Oh, cop. Hey, back up, Holmes. Back up, back up.
Did you enjoy the
First, hop into Caesar's car and drive to the location. The difference in this version is that the enemies use different weapons.
How are we gonna steal a car from a container ship, Holmes?
You know, the same way they got on. Use a dockside crane.
Man, those things are real high up. I ain't too good with ladders, and I'm afraid of heights.
Okay, I use the crane. You better be ready to crack the container.
That's the ship, CJ.
Okay, I'll go sort out the crane.
Once you arrive, get into the crane and lower 3 containers from the ship. I think the target car's location is random, but for me, it was in the leftmost container. When you pick the correct container, enemies will start coming at you.
CJ!
Get off the crane and take them out immediately.
Huh? What?
CJ!
You wanna get blasted?
Let's just get the car and get out of here.
Once all enemies are dealt with, grab the car and drive it to the garage.
Gotta be an easier way to earn a living than this.
Sure, Holmes, I guess. But what else you qualified for?
Yeah, I feel you.
CJ! We get paid on the condition of the car, Holmes. Be more careful.
Who's driving, me or you?
Get in the car and speed toward the target vehicle. The difference in this version is that after you steal the target car, cops will start chasing you on the way to the garage. If you can't take over the target car before it reaches the end of the highway, I suggest restarting the mission. Otherwise, you'll have to deal with a ton of cops. The cops here hit your car like the rhinos in Most Wanted, making it explode ridiculously fast. After taking the target vehicle, floor it straight down the highway. Head into the pay and spray. After leaving the pay and spray, drive to the garage.